Project Home, we went to 3 times. We went to 3 times as a family all together.
Yep. So Project Home was just a fantastic opportunity for me to give back of some of what I have received. I actually, 5 years ago, spent 8 months homeless. So I have spent time in shelters and with social workers and volunteers even in different places. And there's just a reality of the quality of care or service or compassion that you get in so much of the world when you're homeless is that you are lesser. And the idea of being able to step in with families and to say, you know what, you are equal because under the blood of Jesus, we are all equal. And to just be able to sit with them and play with them and interact with them. And my kids, you know, my heart bleeds for homeless and has for as long as I can remember. And my children, they come in and the first day we're driving home and they're like, they didn't have any good toys for those littles, Mom. We call them the littles. And so we went to Walmart a couple of days later and we bought some toys to bring. And it was, and you know, and literally now I still go to food shelves. I don't necessarily have, 20 extra bucks to buy toys, but you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. If my kids want to give, then by all means, we're going to figure out a way to give because we are called to give. We are called to love, and we are called to walk beside those who are broken. And Project Home was just such a gift for our family.
I really liked coming to the church because it wasn't just like we were watching them, we could actually like interact with them. And even the adults we could interact with. And they were super nice, super caring. They're really fun to play with. So that's what I like. That was fun for me.
What about you? You even helped get the snacks ready and you were like, Mom, we need more lemonade. They're out of lemonade. You really were.
I like to help them a lot.
You did. You did like to help them a lot. Yep. And Bobby played Uno with the parents the first night we served together. We did play outside with the kids. And then Bobby played Uno with the grown-ups. And Joey, who probably would rather I don't tell you anything about him, because he's my most quiet child, he really didn't want to come. He was like, Ma, do we have to? Do we have to? And I have to tell you, I have some of the most beautiful pictures of him pushing 2 little kids, a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, I believe, around.
No, 2-year-old and 1-year-old.
Thank you for correcting me. You know them better than me. Pushing them around in a rubber tote because literally there was like hardly any toys for them. But Joey made the most of it, and by the end it was like they couldn't take their eyes off him and he couldn't take his eyes off them. It was so precious to see that. And there was no grumbling the next time we got in the car. And Bobby even asked me the last time we served together, he said, Mom, why can't we go to Project Home at the next church? And I thought, you know what, why can't we go to Project Home at the next church? So we're going to be doing that, and it's going to be a way we're going to continue to serve through the summer. And
hopefully through the winter, too.
We're just going to keep loving on them, loving on those littles.
Well, we heard the announcement, and my heart has always gone out to homeless and less fortunate people. So I went out and had Diane come with me, and we went out and talked to the people and signed up for a few sessions online.
It starts off as an Project Home starts off as an informational meeting. You go, you learn a little bit about it, and it's intriguing. It's you go and you get to be part of the community that you hear about and maybe not see. And once you go, our job, we did 6 or 7 shifts. Our first 3 shifts, we made the snacks and cleaned up and got them all settled down in the night, played with everybody. And Fred got a chance to interact mostly with a child sitting on his lap and a one-to-one on most adults. And it just brings self-esteem to everybody, including yourself. You become part of their community, they become part of yours. It's kind of a loving atmosphere. Then we stayed overnight. And that was a whole different experience where you're there at night. You get a room to sleep in, a cot, and if anything is needed, and sometimes it is, then you do it. You get it done, and it's wonderful. It brings your heart full. You're right. So Project Home is a very good experience because I think it makes your heart big, and it just
puts a face to the homeless and an actual story. You get to hear the story behind what is going on in these people's lives. You know,
I think it
Get to know-
expands your
get
life
to know them.
too. Makes you feel full. And as grandparents, we just embraced the kids especially, and it was just wonderful. And I think we bonded a lot.
Yeah, had some buddies, made some buddies. So
That's great. Were you nervous at all, like the first time, like, yeah?
no, not nervous. More concerned about these people and what their needs were, and making sure that their needs were met, and they were. They were.
I was concerned that we wouldn't be enough, that they would, that they would need more. And it's just like your neighbor next door and it is your neighbor next door. They just don't have a building over their head. And they know what to do. The ones that we were with, they knew exactly the ropes. I mean, they go from church to church to church, and they travel with the supplies that is there, and they could show us what to do. I mean, right?
Mhm.
And one or two of them actually did our first night helping with snacks. They knew where everything was, and it was kind of sweet. And I think it's all consuming.
I think we wanted to try it just to see what it was going to be like, and wanted to help people that were homeless.
We're both retired, so we have time, and we thought we'd give it a try. We're in the welcome committee too, so we're always looking for extra things to do and to keep us busy. Well, the Project Home people are wonderful. They had everything all set up, and they had perfect instructions and the books, and told us about all the families first and any problems the children's had, and they furnish snacks every night that we gave to the kids. It was not stressful at all. Not stressful at all.
Nice. Good.
Yeah, we actually came and helped on the move-in day, so we kind of got a feel for how things were going to be. We helped unpack and go through the groceries in the refrigerator and get everything ready. So we had a good feel for it, I think, after that.
Well, I mean, we're both grandmas, and there's nothing more precious to a grandma than hanging out with little kids, whether they're older kids to play cards with or little ones to put on your lap and snuggle. It was just heaven. We got a lot more than we gave. I'll say that.
Yeah. You never knew when you got here what sort of, somebody would have had a bad day or one of the kids was sick, and so you just, one night I sat with a little 2-year-old on my lap the whole time because she didn't feel good, and she just snuggled up and gave me a little smile every once in a while. One of the older boys, every time we got ready to leave, he would say, "When are you coming again? When are you going to be here next week?" And it just warmed your heart.
That's great. And would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't wait.
We really miss
Can't
the
wait.
kids already.
Right. I ran into one of the single fathers and his 2 little ones at Maplewood Mall playing in that little area by Kohl's there, that play, and I almost brought tears to my eyes of picking them up and squeezing those little ones again, and I'm glad to see them.